Thank you so much for coming back to Village Trails. We firstly just want to say we're so sorry for the lack of content recently. Just a few weeks back, one of my hard drives that held all of my Village Trails content died. But we've been able to find an early edit, remake it, and salvage something so we can bring you the plan of the BMX track. This means that when we bring you new videos of our builds, you'll know the bigger picture of where these fit. As you can see from the video, the BMX track that we inherited was very neglected and overgrown. But what excited us was that there were some original parts that we could use. With some TLC, we could use the berm, some rollers, and a big air. So here's the plan. We're going to have two routes, a red route and a blue route. The red route will start on a newly built flight deck at the top of the run. It will then come down to the big air, to the rollers, then there will be a kicker just before the big downhill. The blue route will come also over the big air, across the rollers, but we'll build a new skinny bridge before we then come across the downhill. In addition to this, we hope to cut a new runoff trail that we've nicknamed Aloe Trail just before the kicker. Let's change the perspective. So we're at the end of the skinny and just after the kicker. As you can see, there's an awesome downhill, and at the end of that is the existing berm from the original track that's very overgrown. We plan to clear this and create a smooth berm at the end that will shoot you back up onto the track that takes you to the top for another run. But you will also see here that we're going to put in a second cut-off trail that is yet to be named, but we think it could have a rock garden or a teeter-totter on it. We come to Aloe Trail. This seriously excites me as we get the chance to make a line that is slightly more technical than the downhill section. We'll start by creating an S-bend around the aloe trees, hence the name. Come along this ridge, and then you'll see in the video that there's just a large hole. We haven't decided what to do with this, whether we put a skinny bridge, a teeter-totter, gap jump it, who knows. But what I do know is we have to sort out this hole because it's dangerous. For sure, it will call for another video as Grant and I start making some decisions. Our second runoff we spoke about has no concrete plans either. As I said, we could look at building a rock garden or maybe another obstacle, but we'll see how it runs once we've cut the entrance and fed it back to the trail that heads back up to the top. As you can see, we have already started to clear this, so watch out for new developments. So, this is the plan. This is what we want to build. I think it gives us some technical routes, some fun stuff, some fast routes, but what is most exciting is that this is the first route of many that we want to start to do on our lands. If you do want to keep up to date with all our builds and latest updates, please do subscribe and like us on Facebook. We want to thank you for your support and checking us out here on Village Trails.